Do you need to be an expert? Think about how many times you've heard this. Have you heard of the 10,000 hour rule or the idea of deliberate practice? Both of these ideas push expertise. But do you really need to be an expert at one thing or specialize in a specific field or know your niche? This blog is about exploring outside of the box, looking at different ways to do things outside of the typically accepted advice. So far, we've challenged the idea of chasing your dreams. We've looked hard at whether you need a niche or not. And now we're going to challenge the idea that you need to specialize. Sometimes you hear an idea so often that you accept it as fact without fully vetting whether this is the best advice for you. Specializing is one of those ideas. Hey, moms. Welcome to another episode of the Life Unboxed blog show, where we talk about all things momtrepreneur, from raising your kids to running a business, and the most important one, to keeping your sanity. I'm Jodie the mom from lifeunboxed.blog, and if you're enjoying this content, you know what to do. So go ahead, do what you got to do. And remember, if you have questions, let me know what they are. I would love to do a show of your questions, so be sure to let me know. So moms, it has been the day. Not a day where it's kind of like just one bad thing happens and then it just ruins your day, but just a lot of little things, and taken by themselves, it would not be a big deal, but then adding them all up together, it just kind of creates this, the snowball effect of the bad day. So, but I wanted to record and I wanted to get these in the can for you because I am excited about the topic. So as I mentioned in the intro, we are going to talk about what it means to be a generalist and how to be a successful virtual assistant as one. There are so many ideas that we kind of just hear so often. We assume that they're correct and they're right. So making sure you specialize in something is one of those ideas. So we're going to challenge this today. Aren't you excited? I like challenging different ideas. And here's the thing. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying. All I am trying to do is maybe give you another perspective that we don't always hear. So let's go ahead and define what a generalist is. In a nutshell, a generalist is a person who is always learning. It is someone with a highly curious mind and seeks answers to satisfy her curiosity. It is someone who can integrate knowledge from various fields and come up with a solution to an unrelated problem. So bring in ideas and knowledge from all sorts of places and to kind of come up with a solution to a problem that may not be related to those fields of expertise. So, are you still asking yourself, but what is a generalist? Here is another definition from Range by David Epstein. People who start broad and embrace diverse experiences and perspectives while they progress. Okay, I know these definitions sound very academic, so I want to share my story with you. If you read my About page, then you know I started my virtual assistant business because I was laid off. This was a very scary time, wondering if we were going to make it, how we were going to make it, kind of like that sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach that you wake up with every morning because you have no idea what the future is going to bring. You see, my income was 50% of our household income. So there was a lot to make up for in that differential there. So it was very scary. Before I was laid off, I was already looking at the possibility of becoming a virtual assistant. I wanted the flexibility to really break free from my 9 to 5, be my own boss, homeschool my kids, and just enjoy my life. I was tired of missing so much of my kids' lives because I was spending all my time in the office. So, the 3 month severance package that I received bridged the gap so I could see if I can make this virtual assistant thing work. In all of my research on starting a business, I came across two pieces of advice: specialize and find a niche. Reading this advice constantly was like a crushing blow. The voice in my head kept telling me that I would never be able to succeed. I would look at my husband with pleading eyes, hoping he had the answer to this question: what on earth am I supposed to specialize in? In the entirety of my career, there was only one job that I ever focused on just one thing, and I hated it. How in the world was I going to make money if I didn't have a specialty? Everywhere I turned, I was being told that this was the only way to succeed. Do these thoughts parade around in your mind too? Have you hesitated to start a business or a blog because you are a generalist? The knowledge and expertise you have to share is wide. But everywhere you look, you're being told that you must specialize or find a niche. Are you starting to believe these voices because everyone is saying it? There must be some truth to it, right? If everyone is saying it, then it has to be true. So I'm going to say something radical to you. You don't need a niche, and you don't need to specialize.